What's cracklin', everybody? Welcome back once again to the definitive cereal tier list, where each episode we take a cereal, put it on the tier list so you know how good it is. I'm your host Tucker. In this episode, we're going to be doing chocolate chip cookie dough Krave. Previously, we've done two Kraves, normal Krave, which got a C, and double chocolate Krave, which got a D. Both of which kind of, all right. Same CD ranks as the Hershey's Cookies and Cream Fillos and the Pillsbury Cinnamon Roll Fillos, which was also a filled cereal. Though I guess also recently we did do the filled mixed berry frosted mini wheat. There we are. That was a D as well. So kind of CD range seems to be the go-to for these filled cereals, stuffed cereals. I don't know. I guess filled is what's usually used as the term, but we'll see if this can kind of use that cookie dough power, 'cause we all like cookie dough, to push it above the CD range. Well, let's just open it up, see what we got. Okay. Smells kind of odd. Not in a bad way, just it's like not quite the cookie dough that I expected it to smell like, I guess. There's a hole, so I thought this piece wasn't filled, but it is, don't worry. So just visually, it looks like normal Krave, but with like little chocolate circles in varying degrees on the pieces. So hopefully that's not the only sort of change to the flavor, because that'd be kind of boring. But let's find out. Okay. Here we go. Okay. One, that got chewed and dissolved real quickly. Two, that does kind of remind me of a cookie dough taste almost. Kind of got a weird, not plasticky, but something along those lines aftertaste. So the aftertaste is still kind of weird, not super into it. But if you just continue shoveling the Krave into your mouth, you don't have a long pause between each bite, it's not as much of an issue. But like right now, as I'm sort of talking, I can kind of taste it a bit. I'm not super into that. Also, these seemed like they had like a bit of crunch when you first look at like the dry piece. But once the milk has touched them, these are just one bite and you're through it, no problem. Oh, and I forgot, I think I do this with most of the filled ones, maybe not the frosted mini wheats, but I'm gonna take a look at the filling inside. Off to one side, but yeah, it's in there. Not, again, it's always kind of weird to me looking at these, and they're not like fully filled, there's like kind of a bit in there, but it's present. The milk doesn't look very chocolatey, but there's a couple residual dots sort of floating around in there, so let's see if that's really affecting the taste. Okay, that sort of vaguely cookie dough taste is present in the milk. It's not bad. Not as good, obviously, as if you just had some normal cookie dough with milk, but yeah, it's not bad. The plus side, I'll give the milk over the pieces. No weird aftertaste going on. So, in that aspect, it is better. This did not revolutionize filled cereals, but overall I did enjoy it. It's been a while since I had the other two Kraves, so I'm trying to sort of compare this mentally, but it's a bit foggy. But I will say I'm pretty positive I would put this above the double chocolate one. Like that seems like the easiest. Yes, for sure. But then comparing it to the normal Krave, I think that sort of vague cookie dough taste I like a bit better. But I can't remember how much of a aftertaste was happening with original Krave to know if this is brought down below it because of that. Does that make sense? Like they're a bit more neck and neck for me. Maybe I should have gone back and rewatched that first Krave episode, but didn't know this would happen, so too late now. So that's how I compare this taste-wise to those. But then I was just comparing it to all other cereals from a piece standpoint. I think at the beginning it's okay. It does have a very quick soggification rate, so that's not great. And at the very end, when some have sort of been in there a while, it does get to the point where they're sort of slimy. So that is kind of weird, not my favorite feeling for cereal. So that's a bit of a negative for it. But I only had a few pieces like that, so I don't think it's as huge an issue as it could have been. I think easily if that had happened a bit more or even somehow quicker than it does, I think that would be a bigger issue. But for now, it's just kind of a large negative. So what I'm going to do is give Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Krave a C. I think if it didn't have sort of the weird aftertaste it did, and it didn't sogify quite as fast, I could almost push this up to a B, because I do like that initial like vaguely cookie dough taste that it has going on, but that aftertaste and just sogginess that takes over does bring it down a bit. But again, I like this more than I remember liking Double Chocolate Krave, so I did want to put it above there. So now it's in a C, the same rank as regular Krave, which again, pretty vague memories on. So unfortunately, this means that Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Krave is pretty in line with all the other filled cereals we've done. We've got this, we've got normal Krave, and we've got Hershey's Cookies and Cream Phyllos, which I don't even know if those exist anymore, all at the top of that with a C. So maybe one day we'll have an all-around package for a filled cereal good enough to get a B, but today was not that day. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and in the comments below, post your general thoughts. Let me know if you've tried Chocolate Chip Cookie Dough Krave. Fairly new, so might not have had a chance to pick this up yet. But if you have, let me know what you thought. If you are a big Krave fan, you can let me know if this is a worthy addition to those other two, just sort of original Krave flavors they've had. And if you have tried this and you think you can better articulate that sort of weird, sort of plasticky, but not quite, it's not good. Whatever that aftertaste is, if you think you can better sort of describe what that is, and maybe sort of like we can get on the same page with that, that'd be cool too. But until next time, stay delicious.